Welcome into Gillette Stadium. A little bit of difficulties getting live on the stream, but we're here instead of the USA channel. We are on the New England channel. I'm Dylan Patemery. Alongside me, Andrew Roberts, as the game is just underway, 50 seconds into it. Andrew, how are we doing today?
Doing great. Happy to be on the broadcast here today. Very excited.
And we've got quite the great crowd out here to help us as well, cheer them on. A tough loss for the Revolution. But as of right now, in a foul down there on Nico Calabria, and he'll stand right on up.
Yeah, looks like he fell into one of the New York players. That would be Javon Booker.
So it'll be Fisher to take the free kick, looking for Calabria out front there, and instead will be cleared away. A couple of clarifications in case you've never seen amputee soccer before. It is 7 aside with the keeper included. The keepers have one arm and all players are one-legged. The keeper is only allowed to stay within his goal box. So in net is Corey Laycock for the Revolution as he clears that one down.
And then it'll be Tony Bamaka in net for Metro New York.
As that ball rolls on out, and obviously no throw-ins in this game, and instead we'll be seeing kick-ins.
It'll be Angelito to kick it back in there.
Swung out wide to Fisher. Fisher looking for the run of Calabria. Back to the keeper. He's got to boot that one away. It's going to come all the way down. Jimenez gets a touch on it. Looking for Angelito. And now taken by Booker. He swings that one up front. A shot from distance and straight into the hand of Laycock in net.
Corey Laycock has been goalie for Team USA and Team New England for a good amount of time now. He's great at what he does here today.
And a little tussle there on the far side, and it's going to go the way of New York Metro as they'll take the free kick and play it quickly. Great pressure there from Musabwa. Musabwa gets around him, man. He's looking for goal and just cleared away and out for a throw-in.
A nice stop there by Vargas after Musabwa stole the ball away from him.
And so Musabwa will take this kick in. And he lays it to Calabria. The 1-2 looking for the back stick. And that's going to go beyond the leg of Fisher there.
And it's been Musabwa and Calabria for a good portion of New England's games here against New York that have led the charge on offense.
As that one's rolling and rolling, and it'll go out for a goal kick.
And Laycock will kick it again.
And it's laid out to Fisher. That's Manning, and that's out of bounds from Calabria, looking to link up on the far side there.
Yes, and looks like New York is ready to kick it back in quickly once again. Quick transitions here.
And Calabria working his way up the far wing, shoots, and he scores! Nico Calabria opens the tally.
And Nico Calabria sets the tone strong for the Revolution. What a kick from a pretty good distance as well. And the Revolution go up 1-0 early. And we are off to a great start here at Gillette Stadium. The crowd is fired up. And what a great way to start this game here. First amputee soccer game in a major stadium that we have seen in the U.S.
Yes, quite the excitement here. As you said, the first ever full-length amputee soccer match in a professional stadium right here at Gillette Stadium, and what better way to do it than Calabria opening up the scoring there.
And who better than Nico Calabria to do it? He is one of the greats here in amputee soccer, the all-time U.S. amputee lead scorer.
It'll be a kick-in on the far side. That goal was scored in the 4th minute. We'll be playing 20-minute halves here, a short 5-minute halftime, and it'll be a throw-in right now. while we got the kick in, this is your lineup for New York Metro. It's Faya and Baye up top, Ayala and Booker right behind him, and then Vargas, Mann, and Palmer playing in defense with Bamaka rounding it out in net.
Booker, the captain for the team.
And it'll be Angelito here on the wing, looking for Musabwa. Musabwa's got Fisher to his right side. He'll take it himself around a couple, and a good save there.
Bamaka with a great save with his leg there. And it looks like we have a man who has fallen to the ground. That is Vargas.
Vargas, he'll be okay. He gets himself up and on his way. Again, if you're just joining us, originally supposed to be on the USA Amputee Soccer channel, and said we had to transition over to our own Revolution Soccer channel due to some complications with technology. What doesn't go wrong with technology nowadays?
Absolutely. What can go wrong will go wrong a lot of the time.
Angelito looking to play one in, and that one's booted away. We'll get you your New England lineup now. It's Musabwa up top with Angelito. Calabria right behind him with Fisher playing the holding mid-roll. Manning and Jimenez in behind with Laycock in the net.
Great lineup here for the Revs, filled with several Team USA players.
As they get a chance, it's in the box. It's Booker, and he scores. He equalizes just like that. 1-1.
A lot higher scoring already than the Revolution versus NYCFC game right before this. Both captains netting very early in this game. That was honestly some of the first momentum we've seen from Metro New York this entire game, and they're able to capitalize on it right away.
That one scored in the 8th minute, 7:45. As we got our first substitution, it's Kamal Muhammad, or Chemo as he goes, out on the far side, coming in for Fisher. And we also got Michael Connors coming in for Angelito.
Connors will be wearing number 21.
As Musabwa is putting some pressure there on the defense. Head coach Charlie Livingstone of New England Amputee Soccer was talking about how he wanted to play a high-pressing game, and so far they've been showing that.
Yeah, very aggressive so far. Got to give some credit to Musabwa especially. Getting some nice steals and playing great defense.
And settled down. It's Chemo on the far side, looking to hold possession. That one go all the way back to Laycock. Laycock looks to clear it out. Only as far as Booker, though. Booker trying to find a man, but he's converged by a bunch of blue shirts. The dark blue kind, that is.
Jack Manning and Calabria leading the charge there on defense.
Here's Musabwa. He looks for the run of Calabria, unable to find him. Connors will give chase to that one. And he's beat out. That one kept in on the sideline. Jimenez will clean that one up to Musabwa. Back to Calabria.
What a pass.
It's there. Manning. Back to Calabria. Calabria looking for the ball over the top and defended away. Nice job there from the keeper, Bamaka.
Yeah, Bamaka has been looking very sharp so far, aside from that one Calabria goal. He's really recovered since.
Chemo sets this one up on the far side, almost like a corner kick. Whips it into the middle. Calabria! He's on the double!
And he tries for the flip as well. He is fired up as he scores the second straight goal for the Revs. Puts them back up 2-1. Nico Calabria showing why he is one of the greats here in amputee soccer. One away from the hat trick.
So the Revolution take a 2-1 lead in the 11th minute here. And New York Metro is looking at what do we do from here.
I mean, they did have one goal fairly early. If they could just keep doing what they were able to do on that one offensive drive, they could make this a close one for sure.
So as we get ready for the kickoff once again, it'll be Booker to take here for Metro.
Gets it quickly to Famabaye.
And Calabria will intercept that one. He's on a hat trick right now. He'll be looking for that one. Ball played over the top. Jimenez is there to try and clear away. And Laycock will scoop it up inside the box. Again, the goalkeepers here in amputee soccer, that little box right there, they are not allowed to leave that box for any reason. Yes. Except maybe to celebrate a Calabria goal.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, he's already had 2 here today, so that's seeming like it's going to be a pretty frequent occurrence.
And here's Calabria. He's looking for the ball at the back stick, and he puts it in! What a connection there! Musabwa finds the end of the net!
And Calabria on the assist there, but Musabwa to finish the job. A nice deflection to fool the New York goalie Bamaka. And the Revs now go up by multiple goals. What a great duo we have here in Calabria and Musabwa for the Revs.
Beautiful indeed. We'll see how they respond. Here's Booker. He's on 1 goal already. Chemo tries to clear it, and we're going to get a stoppage of play. Maybe some foul of some sort.
Yeah, that went right to the head of Ayala.
It might have been a handball. So in amputee soccer, obviously, they got their crutches out there. You're not allowed to use the crutches, though, at all. If it hits the crutch at all, it's the same as a handball.
The crutches are seen as an extension of the hand in amputee soccer.
As he goes for net, and it's blocked there by the wall, but Booker gets it near the goal line, and he'll play it all the way back. As they look to build one in. Past Connors, Chemo out to Calabria. Calabria in and out. We're in the 13th minute at the moment of 20 minutes.
And that is intercepted by Palmer back in New York territory. Quickly saved by Laycock.
Laycock looking for the quick distribution out to Musabwa. Unable to find him there, though.
And that'll go out of bounds. New York to kick it back in. Crowd is fired up right now.
Getting some instructions on it is a revolution kick in. That's what I thought. I was waiting, and I think they were just waiting to see who's going to go take it.
Seems like Musab was headed over the sidelines now.
And back to Calabria. Kevin Chambers checks in the game. He's up top. He's only been playing the game, not just of amputee soccer, but soccer in total for 1 month.
Yeah, Chambers lost his left foot in a 2021 car crash, and he has just recently found amputee soccer as a way to stay athletic since the amputation.
And I've been at a couple of practices, and he's been putting in the work. As Metro is working their way up, they're looking for a shot on that little step over, and Manning's there to clean things up. Jack Manning, a true defender, as we've got a player down. That he looks like he's going to be okay.
Chemo, and he is already starting to get back up.
He's okay.
Looks like he will let Calabria take this kick, though.
Whips it in and over.
That is saved by Bamaka. That was bobbled for a second there. They're going to kick it back in. And Musabwa moving with it, but New York deflects, and Laycock is going to have to re-center it here.
This ball played up to Calabria. Looks to take a touch. That one just bumped off. And it'll be scooped away as the Metro take over. Musabwa with the pressure in the back. There's that high press. They're looking to beat it with a high ball over the top. Chipped around by the Metro. It's Andrade. Deflection. Booker, he's on one already. Puts it in a right foot save from Laycock.
Laycock quickly rejects that offensive momentum by New York. Got to give a shout out to Musabwa as well, making it very difficult for New York Metro to get out of their own territory.
So a corner kick here as a couple subs being made. Kevin Chambers will come on off, and so will Connors for, looks like Angelito there. Save there by Laycock off the corner, looking to go directly in. Whipped into the middle and cleared away there by Fisher. Calabria pushes the pace as they look to counter. He's got Angelito on his left. The 1-2 to Calabria! And a great save there, and another one! And finally, kicked out of bounds.
Yeah, a great 2-on-1 encounter there, but Bamaka able to get the save on the first one, and then it is kicked just wide to the right on the second attempt.
As we're in the 17th minute of 20, the Metro will make a couple of substitutions. As Musaba waits on the corner kick, he whips it back. Stick Calabria gets a foot to it, but not enough power behind it. And they'll look to counter here. But it's only as far as Chemo to Musabwa. Musabwa looks for, not sure if that was a shot at her cross, but a good deflection away. Calabria cuts back and he's fouled there.
Yeah. Calabria falls to the ground and loses the ball, but going to be a foul on New York. And Calabria finds his crutches, gets back up, and we are good to get restarted here.
Again, if you're joining us, I know originally supposed to be on the USA Amputee Soccer channel. Some technical difficulties, but we've got the game up and running in this with 17 minutes and 23 seconds gone in play. We'll play to the 20th minute here as Calabria sits over this one as the Revs lead 3-1. He looks for the pass to Musabwa, but that one looked like it was maybe going to be intercepted, but instead Musabwa keeps possession of the ball. Hits off Angelito, and they look to counter off the back foot of a Metro player. And that's going to be out and a kick.
Yeah, and running into Manning is a New York player right there. Appears to be Mabaye Faye. Excuse me, no. That
one, misconnection on the pass as Fisher was looking. Manning gets taken away from him. He's through on goal. And that's going to be taken down, and it's going to be a free kick for Metro.
New York Metro with another opportunity to make this game closer. And let's see who takes this kick here. Booker has been one of the more aggressive offensive players so far for New York. But other guys there as well right now.
Here's the free kick. Lays it off. And a good charge there from Calabria to block it out.
Ayala was ready to charge, but Calabria just knocks that away very quickly.
Man
Great
with
deflection.
the long kick. Attempt for the bicycle. And Laycock takes it off. I think maybe it would have been a handball, but instead play goes on. It's Fisher. The longest time we've had without a goal in this exciting matchup so far. The rip of the shot. Oh, and Fisher, that one gets deflected away.
Fisher, not a frequent shooter, but when he does shoot, it's meaningful. He did score against his team before.
That one, and that's going to hit off the crutch, but he pulls it away. Musabwa, and picked up there by Bamaka. Slung all the way down, headed away by Manning. And Nico with some nifty moves. Calabria, and taken away. Calabria tries to body him off, but unable to do so.
Yeah, all eyes on Carlos Ayala. He has had some great opportunities on offense and making things difficult on the Rev side as well.
As that one rolls on out of bounds. And that is going to do it for the half. At halftime, we've got a score of 3-1. We'll be right back. All right, as we're getting close to starting the second half, in case you don't know the history of amputee soccer, Don Bennett, a native of Seattle, was always active, skiing, boating, mountain climbing when he lost a leg to a propeller in a boating accident. His activities changed, but not his passion for maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Don became the first amputee to climb Washington's Mount Rainier, the second highest peak in North America, on crutches. Amputee soccer was created by accident. Don was watching his son practice basketball in his backyard. At one point, a basketball escaped and began rolling down the driveway. Don, on crutches and without his prosthesis, simply raised up on his crutches and kicked the ball back to his son. Don realized that if he could kick a basketball on crutches, he could kick a soccer ball on crutches. It was just deceptively simple beginning to what's become a worldwide sport. At the time, Bennett was more involved with skiing than soccer, so he and a group of 7 other skiers used the game to keep active and stay in condition during the summer. But the game caught on. In 1985, Bill Barry, a soccer coach with the Canadian and U.S. pro team experience, became the coach of a team under Seattle Handicapped Sports and Recreation Association. He eventually established Amputee Soccer International. Bennett continued to serve as the team's manager, and it was through his efforts with the assistance of Don and other members of the Seattle group that the sport was established in other countries. Barry traveled through Central America and Eastern Europe, introducing the game to anyone who would come out and watch. Bringing the nations together with soccer, the first international amputee soccer tournament was hosted in Don's hometown of Seattle in 1984 with the players from the United States, Canada, and Central America. The game is now played in more than 50 countries worldwide.
And we are getting ready to come back here. It is Revolution 3, New York Metro 1, as we approach the second half of the first ever amputee soccer game of full length here at Gillette Stadium.
And we are underway for the second half here. Again, we will play the remaining 20 minutes as the ball is back to Manning as they lead 3-1. It's over to Fisher, to Calabria. Shirley, at the moment, the man of the match. Angelito switches it back to Fisher, who picks it up and back to Manning. To Calabria, great little triangle work here from the Revolution. Looking to play Fisher down the wing. As he looks to shield it, Fisher gets a touch on it. Angelito comes and grabs it, and a save. Another big one from Bamaka.
That was just about to roll in, and Bamaka comes in ready to go. Lost a little bit of momentum, which helped Bamaka, but great play overall.
And it looks like a player down after a collision with Calabria, and so he'll play the ball out of bounds.
Let's see if the player for New York Metro is okay.
I'm trying to work out who it is down over there. Maybe was Keith Mann, a Milford, PA native.
And as of right now, still down. Teammates over there to attend to him.
And it looked like maybe it was just a weird collision there on the far side. Not sure if...
And it looks like it is Keith Mann.
It looks like maybe it was a shoulder. He was kind of wiggling his arms around. He gets up, though. And, you know, they don't call him the Beast for nothing.
Yeah, Keith Mann, one of the most dominant defenders on this entire New York Metro team, arguably in this entire game. He played in the Amputee World Cup for Team USA. He said himself that he knows he can stop some of the best players in the world, and he's put in a great effort here tonight.
And on top of that, he also ran the New York City Marathon, and not with a prosthesis, but on crutches at 19. Amazing.
Very impressive.
Musabo's got it. He's looking to play one in. A rebound and cleared away there as Metro looks to hold on. It's back to Bamaka and now swung out wide. As the Revolution still leading 3-1 here over New York Metro. It's up to Booker. Looking for the 1-2 connection. Jimenez there. No nonsense clearance as he kicks it out of bounds.
Kelvin Jimenez, he's a former goalie before he lost a limb, and now he has been a dominant defender here for the Revs Amputee team.
That one cleared away there again. It's Jimenez, but picked up in the midfield. Booker swings one into the middle, laid off, and that one's always trickling wide. And it'll be a goal kick.
Jack Manning back there with Laycock to start.
As it'll be played out of the back by Manning. Out to Fisher. Fisher pokes it to Calabria. Calabria back to Fisher. Fisher trying to beat that one to the byline. He gets there. Calabria looking, swings it across to Musabwa. Musabwa tries to flick it in and out. He'll turn back for help and swings it to Manning. Manning looking to connect back in. Some miscommunication between Musabwa and Fisher, and it'll be taken away by Metro.
Some great ball movement up until that point, but the Revs quickly get it back now.
Calabria takes one from distance, and that's deflected away by Booker as it trickles all the way out, and that'll be a New England kick-in.
Calabria getting ready to take it.
Calabria squares this one up. He goes for net. That one's up over. That'll be a goal kick.
Yes, bounces off the top.
4:33 gone so far in this second half, and we're scoreless in the second half so far.
Yeah, compared to the quick pace of the start of this game, pretty slow start offensively for both sides here.
But Metro has an opportunity right here. And they'll play it back. And that's picked up there. They're going all the way back to the keeper, who looks to play the long ball. And that's out of bounds. So Palmer trying to connect there with the keeper.
Overall, some great defense by both sides in this half.
Jimenez into the midfield to Musabwa. Out to Fisher. That one's played behind him as they're unable to connect.
A little bit of passing miscommunication here in the second half, but that has been alongside a lot of smooth passing. So just got to work out the small problems, fine-tune a little bit, and they will be just fine.
Good tackle there from Manning. And Angelito and Calabria work up as he tries to go around, and that's going to be a handball right there.
It appears it touched the crutch of the... Yeah, it was close to the crutch of both New England and New York, but looks like it touched the New York player's crutch right there.
So it'll be Jimenez here.
And he is getting ready to kick it back into play.
He'll lay it to the far side to Fisher. Fisher off to Calabria. He cuts around one, pokes it out to Fisher. Fisher whips it in the box, and a good poke away there on the cross. Man down in the goal, and Musabwa puts it just wide out for a goal kick.
A nice effort by Musabwa. He was ready to go as soon as the save was made. Just a little bit wide on the kick there.
A quick goal kick taken here. And taken away, Musabwa. He's got Angelito on the far side. He tries to do it himself, and he's shielded as that one rolls on out for a goal kick.
Revolution still have the 2-goal lead as of right now, trying to extend that.
Goal kick taken in. Looking to go far, but that one's going to trickle out for another kick in here as we are in the 28th minute of 40. Calabria looking for the hat trick, and a big save there as shifting to his right side is Bamaka.
Yeah, right against the right side of the net. The save is made.
So Angelito will come take this one. And as the Metro is shaded back, it's whipped to the back post, and I don't think Fisher was ready for that one as he looked up and the ball was right next to him.
And Angelito with a nice kick back in there.
And ball played up to Chemo. And I think we're back to Booker. As Metro look to build it up. And turns on and that one's going to deflect all the way down. Is it going to be a throw-in? Or kick-in, excuse me, for Calabria.
And Calabria will kick that back over to Manning. Musabwa driving forward now. Will avoid the New York defender. Kick it back to Laycock. And that is back in play. Calabria driving forward now. Ayala is on him.
And Chemo lays it off to Connors. Oh, that one's just spoiled as the Metro look to come away. They only trail by 2 at the moment.
And whistle was blown right there.
I think maybe we got a handball called.
It appears that it touched the hand. Touched the hand of a New England player, so Mann kicks it for New York.
Good to see him back out there and all good. As it's laid to Mann in the midfield, Booker, and they'll reset.
Palmer back and ready for New York.
That one's going to go out of bounds as we've got just over 10 minutes left to go in this game. The Revolution leading 3-1.
Crowd has stayed strong throughout this game here. And the Revs getting ready to kick this back in.
That one's laid all the way back. It's Musabwa. And that's going to trickle on out of bounds, and it'll be a goal kick.
And we'll see who gets this first here. Appears to be Ayala.
Laid in the middle and cleared away there by Jimenez.
And to kick it back in for the Metro will be Ayala.
Ayala to take this one.
He has been a key player on both sides for Metro New York today.
As we wait for them to make their sub, it's whipped in, and Mann just unable to redirect it the right way. As a coming together, someone lost their clutch, but Calabria pushes along as he paces up the right flank. He's got one man to beat and take it away. He's looking for a handball call there. He's not going to get it, though. We're still scoreless in the second half.
First half was very much offensive focus, and it's just completely flipped around in this half.
The teams have definitely settled in more. The Revolution don't need a goal. They're going to keep pushing, but you think the Metro are going to get desperate at some point.
Absolutely. Revolution, their job at this point is just to hold down the fort. If they can get some momentum, great, but not necessarily in need of another goal unless Metro New York counters.
So the Revs will make a couple of changes here. And that one taken in, headed down, only as far as Calabria. He puts it out back to Chambers and just cleared all the way down to Chemo. And now swung out wide into Calabria. He's going to dictate play.
And yeah, that it will be driven forward again.
And Metro regains possession. Calabria. He's looking for a goal. He fakes it, plays it up to Musabwa. And that one kicked out of bounds. It'll be a kick in for the Revs.
Looks like Musabwa himself may take it, making an adjustment down at the ankle first. And coming into the game for the Revolution, it looks like Connors will come back in.
Option back stick to Chambers. That one's going to go just beyond him. And so a failed attempt there and a prime scoring opportunity as they'll lay it back to the keeper, Bamaka. He's been busy. He's had a good game despite the goals he's let up.
Absolutely. Without him, would be a lot harder for Metro New York to recover from this one.
That one taken over as Chambers, and a nice little overhead flick by Calabria to Musabwa. Musabwa lays it back to Calabria. Calabria, the 1-2, looks across, and Chambers just unable to get there as Musabwa was looking for him on the back stick.
Musabwa opts to pass to Chambers as opposed to taking it himself, but Chambers unable to deflect it the right way and finish the job.
So, and that one is going to be called as, I believe, it looked like the keeper might have played it outside of the goal box. Either that or it looks like maybe they're going for a corner. It might have rolled over the end line there.
Either way. Might have been a little wide, but looks like
it'll
the
be
corner will
Calabria.
happen.
He tries to go for a goal. He'll settle that down with his chest. He tries again, deflected, trying to poke it away. Musabwa in the back of the net!
And that'll be his second. Calabria and Musabwa each put up a pair of goals as the Revolution take a 4-1 lead. The first goal of the entire second half by either side goes to Musabwa.
And you would have predicted the two players that tied for the Golden Boot in the first ever inaugural U.S. Amp Cup both have 2 goals.
And also tied for the most goals in the entire tournament, 4 goals each across 4 games. It's just a great duo of scorers that the Revs have here. And they've created a lot of great opportunities. Eventually something's going to come of it.
As it's passed around, they look to answer. Big save, flipped away, and falling on that one is Laycock. He hasn't had a lot to do, but when he has needed it, he's made the big saves.
Yeah, that was one of Laycock's best moments in this game.
Has now worked into the midfield. Chemo bounces it off, and he'll keep it in. 35-34 reads the clock. Only a couple minutes left to go. That one's staying in. It looks like everybody let up for a second, but the ball is going to stick on in, as pulling that one is Palmer. He lays it back to Bamaka. Back to Palmer. They're playing a little 1-2 game out to Booker. Into the midfield. They're looking to catch them on the counter, but they'll have to reset.
Diallo is in the game now for New York Metro.
Ball out on the wing for Metro. Look to play in the middle, and there's Manning once again. A rock at the back for this Revs team.
A lot of great defenders on this team. Manning, Jimenez have both made a great impact in this game, as well as Vinny Fisher. In addition to playing some defense, he has had some offensive opportunities here today.
Oh, a tight one right there as the ball was whipped in on the kick-in, and Laycock fell on it.
Laycock's suddenly been busy as the clock winds down.
He looks to roll it to Fisher. That one's intercepted, though, by Ayala. And it's back to Mann. Mann tries to cut in. Fisher's there, but it's going to be a handball. And Metro's going to get a good opportunity here. They're going to take it quickly off the post. And cleared away there by Fisher.
That was close. New York Metro with one of their best opportunities yet. Just inches away from a goal. Ayala had the last kick on that.
Booker gets tangled up, and it looks like Fisher just pulled the crutch out from him. I guess that's one way to stop him.
Vinny Fisher doing what it takes on defense here.
Laid off to Mann. Mann with the chance, and that one squeaks just wide of the left post. And it'll go out for a goal kick with just about 2.5 minutes.
New York Metro continues to have some close calls there, but both of them going wide of the net. One off the post and one right along the side of it.
Manning and Mann come together. That one's out of bounds.
The double man last names.
Manning will take the kick in. 2 minutes left to go just about in this game. Played up to Fisher. Fisher waiting for help. That one's going to be poked and trickles on out.
Manning is there.
And right now you're just about looking like it's going to be a win here for the Revs as Laycock gets rid that one all the way down the pitch.
Fun fact here, New York Metro has never been able to take down the Revs.
And I think they're saying that Laycock came out of the box to play that one. So they're going to get an opportunity real close to goal.
Question is, will it be enough with just a couple minutes left?
And Kimo just doing his best to slow it down a little bit. Oh, it's a penalty shot here.
It looks like it'll be Ayala to take it.
He shoots. Oh, what a save from Laycock! Laycock comes up big, shutting the door down.
Corey Laycock, that might be the final dagger as the Revolution hold a 3-goal lead after the penalty kick attempt.
The Metro will keep on going, headed away by Fisher. That one ripped over, but it looks like it's going to be a corner kick. And it might just be the last one. That one got the fans up in their stand. Listen to them chant. Ball whipped into the back post, flicked along by Fisher. As the seconds are trickling down here in this game, the result is inevitable. This one's going to be the last kick of the game, most likely. Ball whipped into the back six, flicked along, and they find the back of the net.
A last-minute goal by Carlos Ayala, but it is still not enough as the Revolution will win 4-2.
Well, we still got a little bit of game left to go. The final whistle hasn't blown yet. I'm assuming it'll come right after this, but we'll wait and see.
We'll see if there's any extra time here. Clock has stopped for now, but whistle has not been blown.
As they make a substitution. And there's the final whistle. Your Revolution win this one after the late goal makes it 4-2. And what an exciting match it was. The first ever full-length amputee soccer match in a professional stadium.
Absolutely. The crowd was fired up, and Nico Calabria and Musabo with 2 goals each to lead the way for the Revs. New York Metro had Booker and Ayala net, but it was not enough.
And we love to thank all the fans that stuck around to watch this historic event that pursued. It was just an amazing game, high octane in the beginning of the game, and then it really settled down into a defensive matchup.
Absolutely. With the smaller field, it was looking like there was going to be a lot more goals scored than traditional soccer, but the game did settle into a defensive game later on, despite the 2 goals late.
And so that's going to do it. If you want to learn any more, check out usampsoccer.org. You can learn more, donate, volunteer, whatever you want. Check out both teams on socials, Revolution Amputee Soccer and Metro New York Amputee Soccer. There's also the first ever Women's World Cup for amputee soccer coming up in November in Colombia, which should be a really exciting one. The teams are always looking for volunteers and new players. We'd like to shout out USA Amputee Soccer, who have been helping organize all these teams and everything in between and help the growth of this amazing game. Congrats to both Metro New York and New England Amputee Soccer for competing in this historic event. Shout out to the Revolution for allowing us to come out here and play at Gillette Stadium as well. It has been a phenomenal event coming, all the staff that have helped us out here. Shout out to the crew here, Andrew Roberts right beside me here, our camera people, Julie Dunn, Ferrari Mitchell, and Jamie Fish, working the cameras beautifully and working through any technology problem that we have going on. They've just done an absolutely amazing job. Shout out to Vinny Fisher, one of our players. We're giving him producer credit on this one because he helped organize this whole entire broadcast and responsible for all the beautiful graphics that you saw in and throughout. A shout out to my sister Danielle, who's been heavily involved with this New England team and introduced me to this beautiful game, which I've fallen in love with. And a big shout out to one of the best players on the pitch and the guy who organizes this whole thing, Nico Calabria. He's the engine that keeps everything running. He'd be too humble to take any credit. He'll thank everyone else, but he has a huge part in this, and none of it would be possible without him. Thanks again to all the fans that came out and those who listened. That'll do it for us here at Gillette Stadium. For Andrew Roberts, I'm Dylan Pertimery. The final score tonight at Gillette Stadium, the Revolution 4, New York Metro 2.